Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bala. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Securden, and we offer a holistic identity and access security platform in the privileged access management space. And I will divide this presentation into two parts. First, I will give a very quick presentation explaining what what problems we are solving, and then I will show the product in action. And I know this is the last presentation in this session, so I will keep it very short and simple. So, when we talk about the macro trends today, so we have seen digital transformation, large scale cloud and DevOps adoption, remote work, and recently agentic AI and MCP. So, all these things give rise to an explosion of three things. One is identities, and the other one is access and privileges. When I say identities, it includes passwords, keys, tokens, certificates, pretty much anything that grants access to resources. When you talk about identities, naturally the question of who gets access to those identities and what level of access, the privileges, these two questions come into picture. And when we take a deep look into the identities, we deal with the two types of identities. One, the human identities that are used by our people. They are tied to individuals. Say it includes the traditional passwords, keys, certificates that naturally grant access to devices, tools, and applications. So our human beings use those identities to access these devices. And we are dealing with a whole lot of non-human identities these days. And I'm sure in many of the other sessions from this morning, we have spoken a lot about this. And these identities are not tied to any individuals. So they are tied to automated processes and they are used by bots, AI agents, machines, applications, APIs, services, and all automated processes. And the main problem with identities is that they are present everywhere. So, right from the traditional IT environment to the modern cloud environment, SaaS applications are tools in the CI/CD pipeline, data platforms, AI agents. So, they are present. They are kind of omnipresent. They are present everywhere. And security researchers say that more than 80% of cyber attacks or security breaches happen due to mismanagement of these three things. So identities, access, and privileges. So, what we need is kind of visibility, governance, and control over these three things to mitigate the risk. And the main issue with identities is that, as I mentioned earlier, they are present in multiple forms in multiple environments. So, what we need is a holistic approach. So, we need visibility, governance, and control over identities that are present across all these environments. It is not just governing the non human identities or managing the human identities or just managing the identities that are present on cloud environment. So we cannot leave any identity that is present in one environment or other. So we need a holistic approach and actionable insights. And this is where Securden comes into picture. So what we do is we offer a unified platform. We unify the management of identities, access, and privileges across all these environments, all the environments I mentioned earlier, from traditional IT to the modern environments. And it is kind of a one solution that provides organization-wide protection. So, kind of 360-degree visibility. And our product is 100% do-it-yourself. Absolutely, there is no need for any consultancy. And in terms of the product, our unified PAM platform consists of 8 modules. The base layer is obviously the identity or security management's module. And then on top of that, we have the privileged access and session management module. So that enables users to launch one-click connections to IT resources and manage all access. And then the other module helps organizations to enforce granular application control. So you can ensure your users are running only the approved applications and they are not inviting any malleable. And then obviously the non-human or machine identities module, and then we have the DevOps security or we integrate natively with the CI/CD pipeline, and you can manage the secrets in the DevOps. And then our product also offers a complete vendor access module, so that helps manage or streamline third-party access. And then we also have a module to manage the cloud infrastructure entitlements, especially when you are using multi-cloud environment. So the CIEM module is there. On top of all these things, we have a behavior analytics and threat intelligence module that forewarns about the cyber attacks that are waiting to happen. And we have got a global customer base across 26 different verticals, and we count on some of the most prominent names like Verizon in our customer base. Now I will provide a very quick demo showing the product in action. See, we call this as the unified PAM platform. So it is kind of a single package that helps you to manage or gain visibility, governance, and control over the identities, access, and privileges across all the environments I talked about. Uh, the moment you deploy the product in production or signing up for this product, our product can do a discovery. So it is both a network-based discovery, and it can also discover the non-human identities. So in the traditional IT space, it can discover the servers, databases, network devices, cloud applications, the non-human identities, CI/CD pipeline, databases. So it's kind of a complete discovery module. So this provides complete visibility into all the identities you have. So this is kind of an inventory of all the identities that are discovered. And once you have the repository of all the identities, then you can establish access control. So who in your organization gets access to what identities or what resources. And then your users can launch one-click RDP or SSH or SQL connections or connections with websites, web applications. Launch one-click connection without getting access to the underlying credentials. It could be a password or key or token, whatever. Just click here and launch a connection. You can also do just-in-time controls. Say you can grant access to a database in production to one of your developers just for 1 hour, starting from 9 to 10 tomorrow. So you can do that. You can also manage the service accounts in your environment with complete visibility of all its dependencies. So wherever the service account is used, you get to see the list of all dependencies here. So you get complete visibility as well as control. And then you can enforce the best practices like periodically rotating the keys, passwords, tokens, all those things. And then, as I mentioned earlier, our product comes with a complete vendor access module. You can grant secure remote access to third-party vendors or contractors. At a very high level, you will create a vendor access portal for your organization on Securden Cloud. So you will not, you don't require any VPN, or you need not have to open any inbound ports. You will just create a portal on Securden Cloud and expose this URL to your vendors. It will just authenticate the vendors, and you will do all the provisioning and deprovisioning within this PAM solution. There will be a connector between the portal and the PAM solution. So that handles everything. So complete vendor access model is there. And then it provides a trail of all the activities done by both human users and also the non-human identities. And then it also provides complete session recording. The RDP or SSH or SQL connections or connections with web applications, software tools, anything that is launched from the product can all be recorded. So you get a complete trail of all activities. And when you grant access to third-party vendors or contractors, you can monitor the sessions live as well. If they are doing any suspicious activity, you can terminate the session. And then as part of admin operations, so this is the application control module I was talking about. You can whitelist certain applications. For example, say Zoom meetings is allowed for everyone in the organization. So you will whitelist that. Or if you take a decision not to allow Zoom for a certain group of users or organization wide, you can blacklist, or you can create an allow list. Like I will whitelist all Microsoft applications, all Google applications. So your users will be able to run the whitelisted applications without any hassles. If they need access to anything new, there will be a self-service portal using which they will raise a request, get your approval. And similarly, they can also raise a request for getting temporary administrator privileges. And then our product provides a very rich set of APIs to handle things programmatically. And then it also integrates with the existing IT infrastructure, be it the Active Directory domains or Entra ID, help desk, SIM solutions. So it integrates with our multi-factor authentication solutions, single sign-on, smart cards, passwordless technologies. So it integrates with everything in your environment. And then this is the behavior analytics or threat intelligence model I was talking about. Say we just create a baseline behavior of the users because we have data about all the access patterns. Like when usually a user logs in, what are all the ports or the user normally connects to, the data transfer mechanism. So all those things we have intelligence and we create a baseline behavior. And if there is any significant deviation, we do risk scoring and help you to prevent any attacks. So it gives rise to alerts. And then our product, the vendor access management you have already seen. The cloud identities and entitlements. Say if you deal with multi-cloud environment, it analyzes all the identities, access and permissions and gives you reports on say if there is any account that is dormant for a long time, you get to know that, and or over provisioned accounts, over privileged accounts, you get insights on all those things. And it also comes with the secure remote file transfer capabilities. You can transfer files from local computer to remote machines and vice versa, fully securely. And then there is also the password self-service module, enabling end users to reset their domain passwords all by themselves without contacting the help desk. So all these things and more are available in a single package. We call as unified PAM. So it is a complete privileged access security platform in a single package. Yeah, that's all from me, and thanks for attending this session. And by the way, we are recruiting for multiple positions. Our R&D center is in Chennai. So if anyone is interested, please get in touch with us. Thank you.